phone calls. Here's Frank. Thanks for hanging there. Well, welcome into the Mike Gallagher Show.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for taking the call.
Bet.
Listen, I'm ex-military. I'm a retired NYPD officer.
Thank you.
We have to obey lawful orders. Ordering someone to violate the Bill of Rights is not a lawful order. That's why these sheriffs have said they're not going to enforce those additional lockdowns. And that's why the police commissioner in New York would stand for the Constitution and stand for his officers and tell Mayor de Blasio, who's a Nazi, because if they take our freedoms away, they'll do this in the future when they want to get other things accomplished. It's not fair.
And you know better than anybody, because of the kind of life you've led and the honorable professions that you chose, you know how this puts police officers and law enforcement officers in such a terrible, terrible position. God bless you for your service to your community, and God bless those law enforcement officers who are having these are all these difficult choices everybody's having to make. Look at the church, look at the Archdiocese of Minneapolis and St. Paul. You think they want to stand up to their governor and say, sorry, you're not going to tell us we're going to limit worship services to 10 while you let 50 people have prime rib? Do you think that police officers want to put handcuffs on a kid for going to the gym? Do you think police officers are going to want to drag people out of the ocean because de Blasio says, you get in the water, we'll pull you out of the water? These are terrible decisions. And of course, we've got no help from the media, none. Now, I mentioned something to you yesterday about I watched ABC World News tonight. Honest to goodness, there are days I think I'm going crazy. I'm watching the news, I'm thinking, I must be crazy. I'm watching last night. Vice President Pence visited Florida. And you know what? I thought, I've seen it all now. You know how there's fat shaming and how wrong it is to call somebody out for their personal appearance? And incidentally, I get that. I agree with that. Nancy Pelosi's, calling Donald Trump, fatty, boombalatti. He's morbidly obese. Ha ha, look how fat the orange man is. She says, well, I'm just giving him a dose of his own medicine. Well, maybe if you think that's down in the dirt, maybe you shouldn't roll around in the mud with him. But you want to do that? Okay, fine. But now there's mask shaming, right? You do wear a mask, you're called a big baby and a wimp. If you don't wear a mask, you're a killer. Look what they did on ABC World News Tonight last night. I saw this and I rewound it on my DVR because I couldn't believe it. Here's the very beginning. This is the opening. Dun, 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 dun. ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. Now listen, this is the leading newscast, the highest rated newscast in America on the big networks. So a lot of people are watching this.
Vice President Pence in Florida, he and the governor there at a restaurant sending a message without their masks. And tonight, after weeks of debate, the CDC now making their guidelines public. The new guidance tonight for schools, businesses.
Sending a message because they're not wearing masks sitting down for a burger. I thought, no, I didn't hear that right. There's no way. I mean, surely ABC isn't trying to make the case that if you go in and have a cheeseburger at a burger joint in Florida, you have to wear a mask. Because I'm a little slow. I know I'm tired, and I am. I'm weary. I'm not trying to complain here. I love what I get to do for a living. Haven't had a day off since all this began. I always tease my colleagues because they take days off like, nothing. I haven't had one day off, and I'm tired. So I thought, maybe I'm cracking up here. Let me keep paying attention to ABC World News Tonight last night, the leading newscast of the networks in America. Let me listen some more.
Some states moving more quickly than others, and tonight the flashpoints already. The vice president eating out today in Florida with the governor there, no masks, intentionally trying to send a message that they believe this country is ready to open.
No masks. How dare they? I mean, twice now they're saying it. Eating burgers without a mask. I mean, listen one more time to David Muir, who makes, gazillion dollars a year sitting there reading the news. Very good. It's a great newscast. I mean, you can get past the bias. And I'm trying to understand in my mind, all right, Pence and Desantis are horrible human beings because they're eating cheeseburgers without masks. Here's the last Let me listen just a little bit more.
And in Orlando, Vice President Mike Pence sitting down for a cheeseburger at a newly reopened restaurant with the state's governor. Both not wearing masks, but temperature checks for staff and patrons.
Now, do I need to point this out to you? Because if I do, you're cracking up like I am. How do you wear a mask and eat a burger? Since they're mask shaming the vice president, Republican, the governor, Republican, not wearing masks, sending a message. What message would that be? Good luck trying to eat a cheeseburger with a mask over your mouth? I don't know how you can how do you wear it? And by the way, I'm not kidding you. They did show one shot of people sitting around a restaurant table wearing masks. Oh, I need a break. I really do. I'm going on a road trip tomorrow. Say a little prayer for me. I've never driven this much in my life. You know, some friends of mine flew yesterday. Incidentally, a piece of cake. They said it was nothing. The seats were, it was about 40%, 30% capacity. They felt very good about it. But I'm driving. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not ready. I probably should just get on the doggone airplane, but I'm going to drive. I'm going to go up to South Carolina to see my dearest friends in the world. I miss them so much. I'm going to be a crybaby when I see them. And we're going out to dinner Saturday night. Great restaurant in the upstate of South Carolina called the Open Hearth, Saturday, 7:30. I'm being there. I'll be there with Joey and Peg. I don't think we're going to be able to wear masks in the Open Hearth to have a steak. I don't know how to do that. Maybe David Muir could demonstrate. Maybe you slit the mask open a little bit. I saw one of those the other day online. Somebody, have a mask. You could open your mouth real wide oh boy.